This podcast contains subject matter that may be disturbing to some listeners. Listener discretion is advised.
For imprints one.
It's time to open the door in your mind. Sit back and listen to true horror. But be careful what you allow in. Because it's time to go through the fog. This week's story is Everyone in My Town Only Wants Me to Save Them. Posted by user shortstory1 to r/scary stories. Everyone in my town only wants me to save them. And it's been like this for 3 months, and I have no idea why they want me to save them. I just keep to myself, not saying hello to anybody, smoking weed whenever I get the chance. I am not the type to save people. It started off 3 months ago, when a child got stuck on a tree, and his parents tried to get him down by climbing up the tree. The boy didn't want to come down, and he just kept on shouting,
"I want Riley to save me."
And I am Riley. I was witnessing this as I was walking by. The kid then pointed towards me, begging me to save him, even though his parents could have saved him easily, but I just kept walking on, and the kid fell, broke a few bones. The parents blamed me for those injuries, but I just walked away. And as I got onto another street, there was a burning building, and only a woman was left behind, and she didn't want to come out because she wanted me to save her. She kept shouting,
"I want Riley Finnegan to save me, or else I'm gonna burn."
And the firemen could have easily have saved her, but she wouldn't come out. She pointed at me as I was just walking along, witnessing the fire growing around this building until it became impossible to save her and she burned alive. People started shouting at me for not saving her, but I retorted that the firemen could have easily saved her when the fire was weak. I ignored all of them. Then, months went by, and I kept on getting strangers who found themselves in a conundrum, like sinking into quicksand, or they were drowning but refused to be saved, and they just wanted me to save them. If anyone else tried to save them, they would either stab them or fight them. These people who wanted me saving them even knew where I lived. And I got strangers knocking on my door asking me to save someone as they were only asking for me to save them. I denied all of them, and everyone in my area looked at me as an asshole. Then, a couple of weeks ago, I woke up hearing my name outside. And as I stepped outside, 90% of the townspeople were on roofs, asking me to save them. I'm just standing, watching them. And it is a small town where old traditions are still followed. I'm just walking away, watching them fall from rooftops. I am not a hero. Through the Fog was recorded by Haptic. Edited by Brad LeBaron, Haptic, and Kevyn Kerrivan. And produced by Flyover State Park. All stories are recorded either with the author's permission or with a Creative Commons share-alike license. If you like what we're doing, be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. You can find links to Haptic and Flyover State Park's link trees down in the show notes. There you can find links to our podcast on other platforms, as well as Twitter and other social media and YouTube links. Redistribution or sale of this podcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of both Haptic and the story authors. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.
This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.